This man saved a crocodile from dying. Years later, the unexpected happened.
This man saved a crocodile from dying. Years later, the unexpected happened. Some of the most dangerous animals on Earth are found in the water.
He saved a dying crocodile. Years later, she came back, bigger and stronger. Was it gratitude or something else? What happened next left the entire world speechless. Most people think crocodiles are cold, dangerous, and emotionless. They're strong, fast, and known for their deadly bite. So it's hard to imagine anyone getting close to one, let alone becoming its friend. But one quiet fisherman named Ambo did something few would dare. One day, far out at sea, he came face to face with a young crocodile that was choking to death. What happened next would change his life forever. This story isn't just about a wild animal, it's about the powerful connection that can form between humans and nature, even when that nature is sharp-toothed and scaly. While science hasn't fully proven that crocodiles feel gratitude, they do show complex behavior. Some experts believe reptiles are capable of emotional responses to kindness or danger. And as unbelievable as it sounds, this crocodile seemed to return the kindness it once received. So, what really happened after Ambo saved the crocodile's life? And how did this deadly predator turn into something more like a friend? After years of peaceful fishing trips and a quiet life near the water, Ambo's world changed on a calm morning. The sun was just starting to rise, and the waves were gentle. He had taken his small wooden boat, like always, and paddled toward one of his favorite fishing spots. Everything felt normal. The river was calm, the sky still dark blue, and no other boats were around yet. Ambo liked it that way. Just him, the sea, and the fish. He was fishing to feed his family, especially his young son Booty. Ambo dreamed of giving his boy a better life, one that didn't involve the hard work of fishing under the hot sun every day. But on this day, something completely unexpected was waiting for him beneath the water. Just as he was getting ready to sit back and enjoy the sunrise, one of his fishing lines tugged sharply. Ambo leaned over, thinking he had caught a large fish. But something didn't feel right. The shadow under the boat looked much too big and the shape too sharp. Suddenly, the rod was ripped from his hand, flying into the water. Then, out of nowhere, a green, scaly figure burst from the sea. Water splashed everywhere. Jagged teeth and sharp skin flashed before Ambo's eyes. It was a crocodile. But this wasn't an ordinary crocodile. It was small, maybe just about 3 feet long, young, and there was something strange about it. It looked like it was in pain. As it twisted in the water, Ambo noticed a large plastic bag stuck in its mouth. It couldn't open its jaw properly. It was choking. Most people would have paddled away. Most people would have screamed, frozen, or panicked. But not Ambo. Without thinking, he jumped straight into the water. It was a wild decision. Dangerous. This was a crocodile after all, but Ambo didn't see a threat. He saw a creature that was suffering, fighting to breathe. And so, he wrestled the animal, diving below and above the water, pulling at the plastic bag with his bare hands. Ambo had strong arms from years of dragging his boat through the river currents. That strength saved the crocodile's life. In a few seconds, he yanked the plastic from its mouth and kicked backward, giving the animal space to swim away. For a moment, time stood still. The two stared at each other, and then the crocodile disappeared into the deep water. Ambo climbed back into his boat, wet, shaking, and shocked. His heart was racing. He couldn't believe what had just happened. It felt like something out of a dream or a nightmare. But it was real. He sat in silence for a while before heading back home. Little did he know, that moment was only the beginning of a bond that would last decades. As Ambo paddled back through the river toward home, he suddenly heard a splash behind him. Turning around, he saw a shape moving through the water. It was the crocodile again. This time, she wasn't wild or aggressive. She was calm, curious. She swam beside the boat gently, even nudging it softly, almost like she was playing. Ambo, still unsure if this was safe or not, tossed her a fish from his catch. The crocodile snapped it up happily and continued to swim alongside him. When they reached the riverbank near his house, his wife saw what was happening and panicked. She yelled out, warning him about the crocodile. But Ambo waved her off. It was okay. He explained that this crocodile was different. She didn't believe it until she saw it with her own eyes. The crocodile calmly floating next to the boat, waiting for another fish. That day, the animal swam around a little more, and then disappeared. It was a 1 in a million moment. Ambo thought that was the end of it, but he was wrong. Years passed. Ambo kept fishing, raising Booty, and living his quiet life. One day, while he and Booty were away on a fishing trip, his wife called him with surprising news. The crocodile was back. Neighbors had spotted her in the river, swimming near their home. She had grown bigger, much bigger, and she seemed to be looking for someone. She was looking for Ambo. Even though he wasn't there, his wife remembered what to do. She fed the crocodile a few fish. Other neighbors joined in too. Everyone had heard the story by now. Some thought it was crazy. Others believed it was true love. But no one expected the crocodile to come back after all those years. The next day when Ambo returned home, there she was, waiting for him. She was no longer the small crocodile he had rescued. She was full size now, nearly 23 feet long, with powerful jaws and thick green scales. But she was still gentle with him. She swam near the boat and let him come close just like in old times. That's when Ambo gave her a name, Risa. From then on, Risa became a regular part of Ambo's life. Sometimes she would swim up to his house, other times she would follow his boat down the river. If she didn't show up for a while, Ambo would take his boat and go looking for her, just like someone searching for a lost pet. And when he found her, he would feed her, sometimes fish, sometimes even 3 chickens at once if it was a special day. Once she was full, Risa would swim off again, and Ambo would return home with a smile. This wasn't a pet and owner relationship, it was something deeper, something unexplainable. Ambo never missed a chance to take care of Risa. Even when he had to leave town for work, he asked his friends and neighbors to feed her while he was gone. He made sure she was never hungry, never lonely. Over time, Booty, Ambo's son, also became close to Risa. He would join his father in feeding her and even started helping clean up the river, removing plastic waste piece by piece. Watching the bond between his father and this once dying crocodile inspired him. Booty said he wanted to become a politician, not just any politician, but one who would clean the rivers and stop pollution in their area. He had seen firsthand how dangerous plastic could be. He had seen how one moment of kindness could change the life of a wild animal and the heart of a human. For 20 years, Risa kept coming back. She would sometimes have cuts or scrapes on her body, and when that happened, Ambo did everything he could to help. Once, he even called a vet to the river. The vet refused to get close, too afraid of the huge crocodile. But he gave Ambo some medicine and instructions on how to treat her, and Ambo followed them carefully. Many people didn't believe this story. A crocodile that returns year after year? A wild animal that trusts a human? It seemed impossible, but not for Ambo, not for Risa. Some say reptiles can't feel emotions, that they don't understand kindness, but Risa seemed to know. She remembered, and every time she came back, it was a silent thank you, a reminder of the day a brave fisherman jumped into the sea to save a life most people would have turned away from. This was a bond built on trust, on instinct, on something deeper than science can measure. Ambo never went looking for a friend. But that day, when he chose to help instead of fear, he found one anyway. And she had scales, and a smile, and a heart big enough to remember forever. So if this story melted you like the morning sun on a fishing boat, smash that like button, subscribe for more wild true tales, and drop a comment. Do you believe animals can feel gratitude? We want to hear your craziest animal story too.